Welcome back today. We are diving into the fascinating world of the Monticello Jefferson nickel, one of the most sought-after and valuable 5-cent coins in the United States. Whether you are a seasoned collector or just beginning your journey into rare coins, this video is packed with information about the top Monticello Jefferson nickels that are commanding huge values in today's market. From their historical background to their unique features, rarity, and current market value, we'll cover everything you need to know to recognize, appreciate, and invest in these remarkable coins. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand why these coins are highly coveted but also gain valuable tips to help you identify and collect them wisely. So, let's jump right in and explore the world of Monticello Jefferson nickels. Let's get started. First up, the 1964 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark, especially in uncirculated condition. This coin has become a hot topic among collectors in today's market, and you'll soon see why its demand, rarity, and current dollar value are making it a star in coin auctions and private collections. To start, let's look at the history and background of this coin. The Jefferson nickel series first began in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, the Jefferson nickel carried forward an elegant and patriotic design that highlighted both President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse side and his home, Monticello, on the reverse. By the early 1960s, the United States Mint was producing billions of coins to meet the growing demands of a booming economy. The year 1964 was particularly significant because of the coin shortage that spread across the country. In response, the Mint struck more nickels in that year than ever before. Yet, among the countless coins produced, the 1964 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark stands out, especially when preserved in pristine uncirculated condition. Now let's talk about the unique features of this coin. The 1964 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark was minted in Philadelphia. Unlike coins from Denver and other mints, the Philadelphia issue bears no identifying letter on the reverse side to indicate its origin. The coin is composed of a copper-nickel alloy, weighing exactly 5 grams, with a diameter of 21.2 millimeters. The obverse displays a left-facing portrait of Jefferson, detailed with sharp lettering and the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty." On the reverse, Monticello is featured in bold architectural detail, with the inscriptions E Pluribus Unum, Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America. In uncirculated condition, the brilliance of the strike, the sharp definition of Jefferson's profile, and the full clarity of Monticello's columns stand out as hallmarks of quality that serious collectors search for. What makes this coin so rare and in high demand is not just its historical significance but also its survival in uncirculated condition. While millions of 1964 nickels were struck, the vast majority went directly into circulation and were used in everyday transactions. Over decades, circulation caused heavy wear, scratches, and loss of luster. That's why finding a 1964 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark in truly uncirculated condition is like finding a time capsule, a coin frozen in its original beauty as it left the mint over 60 years ago. Collectors highly prize these coins because they represent the purest and most original form of the 1964 issue, untouched by time and commerce. In today's collector market, condition plays a critical role in demand, and the 1964 nickel without a mint mark in uncirculated state is commanding impressive attention. Coins that are graded and certified by professional services such as PCGS or NGC often achieve premium values because they guarantee authenticity and condition. The higher the grade, the more substantial the price. For example, coins graded MS 65 and above with full steps visible on Monticello are especially coveted, as the steps are often weakly struck on many examples. In recent auctions and private sales, these coins have been selling for significantly higher amounts than their face value, reflecting the intense competition among collectors. When we talk about current market value in dollars, it's important to understand that while circulated examples are common and not very valuable, uncirculated 1964 nickels without a mint mark tell a very different story. Depending on condition and grade, these coins can reach values ranging from $450,000 for top-quality specimens, with rare full-step designations achieving even higher bids. This is a huge return considering the coin's face value of just 5 cents. It clearly shows the power of rarity, demand, and collector enthusiasm in driving up the worth of certain coins. For collectors, the 1964 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark in uncirculated condition is more than just a piece of currency. It's an investment and a piece of American heritage. Tips for collectors are simple but powerful. First, always focus on condition. Seek out coins with sharp detail, brilliant luster, and minimal contact marks. Second, consider professional grading and encapsulation, as this not only protects the coin but also enhances its marketability. Third, be attentive to the full-step varieties on the Monticello side, as these command a huge premium and are considered the cream of the crop in Jefferson nickel collecting. Finally, stay informed about the market. Auction trends and collector demand can shift, and being knowledgeable ensures that you make smart decisions when buying or selling. In conclusion, the 1964 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark in uncirculated condition is truly a standout in today's coin market. With its rich history, stunning design, and rarity in pristine state, it has secured its place as a highly sought-after treasure for collectors. Its value in dollars reflects the passion of the numismatic community and the enduring appeal of America's coinage history. If you are lucky enough to have one of these coins in uncirculated condition, you are holding a piece of history that carries both sentimental and financial worth. Next up, the Monticello Jefferson nickel from 1942 without a mint mark, a coin that carries with it an incredible story of history, silver composition, and immense collector value in today's thriving rare coin market. This is not just an ordinary nickel, it is a symbol of a pivotal time in United States history, a transition in coinage, and a piece of silver treasure hiding in plain sight. If you are a coin enthusiast, a new collector, or someone curious about the hidden wealth in old coins, then you're going to enjoy this journey as we explore every detail about the 1942 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark in very good condition and why it is in such high demand today. The history and background of this coin are rooted in the events of World War II. Before 1942, Jefferson nickels were made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, but as the United States entered the war, nickel became a critical metal needed for military purposes, especially in the production of armor plating and weaponry. To conserve nickel for the war effort, the U.S. Mint altered the composition of the coin partway through 1942. This is why the year 1942 is so unique. Some coins were made with the original copper-nickel composition, while others, including the variety without a mint mark, were made with 35% silver, 56% copper, and 9% manganese. This marked the beginning of what we call the war nickels, and the 1942 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is one of the first and most historically important examples of this transition. Holding one of these coins is like holding a direct piece of World War II history in your hands. What makes this coin even more unique are its features. On the obverse, we see the classic portrait of Thomas Jefferson designed by Felix Schlag, a design that has become iconic and instantly recognizable to collectors all over the world. The reverse displays Monticello, Jefferson's famous Virginia home, with the inscriptions E Pluribus Unum, Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America. But here's the fascinating part, because this coin is part of the wartime silver nickels, the composition gives it a slightly different look, with a subtle grayish or even sometimes darker tone compared to standard nickels. Over the years, silver content also reacts differently with the environment, giving each coin a unique character, toning, and charm. The absence of a mint mark above Monticello on the reverse confirms it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, making it one of the most desirable versions among collectors who value authenticity and originality. When it comes to rarity and condition, the 1942 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel stands out. Although millions were produced, many were circulated heavily during the wartime economy and lost over time. Finding one today in very good condition that retains its details and still shows its character is a remarkable discovery. Collectors place special value on these coins not only because of their silver content but also because they represent a key transition year. Condition plays a huge role in demand, and very good condition examples are highly desirable, but as you move up in grades toward fine, extremely fine, and mint state, the rarity and value increase dramatically. However, even in very good condition, this coin commands strong attention in the market because of its historical significance and precious metal content. Now let's talk about the current market value of the 1942 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark in silver. Today, the market for rare U.S. coins is hotter than ever, and collectors are willing to pay impressive sums for coins like this. In very good condition, a 1942 no-mint mark silver Jefferson nickel typically ranges from around $3 to $5 due to its silver value alone, but because of collector demand, it can fetch higher prices, especially when sold in auctions or to dedicated numismatists. As you climb higher in condition, values can soar well above $10, $20, or even hundreds of dollars depending on grading and eye appeal. The silver content itself adds intrinsic worth, and with silver prices on the rise, this coin only becomes more desirable as both a collectible and a tangible asset. For collectors, This coin represents both a smart investment and a rewarding addition to any collection. If you are just beginning your coin collecting journey, the 1942 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel offers a perfect starting point because it combines affordability with strong historical value. If you are an advanced collector, adding higher-grade examples to your collection could significantly increase both its prestige and its potential future worth. The key is to always look for coins with strong details, minimal damage, and as much eye appeal as possible. Proper storage is also crucial. Keeping this silver-based coin in a safe, dry environment will help preserve its condition for years to come. In conclusion, the Monticello Jefferson nickel from 1942 without a mint mark is far more than just a 5-cent piece. It is a slice of American history, a silver wartime treasure, and a coin that collectors all over the world actively seek in today's marketplace. Its unique background, composition, and timeless design have secured its place as one of the most celebrated Jefferson nickels ever produced. In very good condition, it already holds substantial value, but as time goes on and silver prices continue to increase, its desirability will only grow stronger. Every collector who values history, rarity, and beauty should consider adding this coin to their collection. Next up, we're going to talk about the Monticello Jefferson nickel, specifically the 1960 Jefferson nickel with the Denver mint mark, better known as the 1960 D Jefferson nickel. This coin is more than just 5 cents in your pocket. For collectors and enthusiasts, it represents history, artistry, rarity, and big value in today's coin action market. If you're watching this, you're in for a deep dive into the story of this coin, why it's in such high demand, and how much it's worth in today's collector marketplace. The Jefferson nickel series began in 1938, replacing the beloved Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin features a portrait of America's third president, Thomas Jefferson, on the obverse, and his home, Monticello, on the reverse. This design quickly became a cornerstone of American coinage and remains an important part of U.S. history. The 1960s were a time of great change in the United States, and coinage from this era carries the spirit of that transition. The Denver Mint, one of the key mints in the country, struck hundreds of millions of coins during this time, but not all of them have survived in collectible condition. That's what makes a 1960 D Jefferson nickel in fine condition so special. It's a piece of mid-century America that collectors treasure today. The 1960 D Jefferson nickel stands out because of its striking details and its connection to the silver-tinged luster that many nickels of that era carried. Although the regular issue of this coin was made of the standard copper-nickel composition, the toning and the preservation of some examples give them a silvery appearance that collectors love. The obverse features a sharp, bold image of Jefferson with the word Liberty and the motto "In God We Trust," while the reverse showcases Monticello in crisp architectural detail, along with the motto E Pluribus Unum and the denomination of 5 cents. The D mint mark located on the reverse identifies it as a product of the Denver Mint. When you hold this coin, you're holding a beautifully crafted design that has stood the test of time. What truly drives the demand for the 1960 D Jefferson nickel today is its rarity in fine condition. While millions were minted, few have survived in collectible quality. Everyday circulation wore down most of these nickels, leaving scratches, heavy wear, and faded details. That's why finding a coin in fine condition, where the details of Jefferson's portrait and Monticello are still clear, is such a prize for collectors. Rarity is not always about how many were made, it's about how many survived in good shape. In today's coin action market, collectors are looking for well-preserved examples, and the 1960 D Jefferson nickel has become a hot target. As demand increases, its value keeps climbing, making it one of those coins that can turn an ordinary find into an extraordinary treasure. Now, let's talk about the part that excites everyone: the value of the 1960 D Jefferson nickel in today's market. Even though this coin was once just pocket change, collectors today are willing to pay impressive amounts for fine and rare examples. In fine condition, a 1960 D Jefferson nickel can fetch far more than face value, easily reaching $150,000. As the condition improves, moving into extremely fine, about uncirculated, or mint state, the value multiplies quickly, with high-grade examples selling for $250,000 depending on rarity and strike. Special varieties, full steps on Monticello, or unique colorations can push prices even higher. The action market today shows that coins like this are not just keepsakes, they're investments with growing potential. For collectors looking to add a 1960 D Jefferson nickel to their collection, here are some important things to remember. Always pay attention to condition, because in numismatics, condition is king. Look for coins with strong details on Jefferson's face and Monticello's steps. If you come across a coin with a brilliant silver-like luster, it's worth holding onto because collectors love these eye-catching examples. When buying, consider certified coins graded by trusted services, as they provide security and guarantee authenticity. Keep your coin in a safe, dry place, preferably in a protective holder, to preserve its value for years to come. And most importantly, enjoy the journey of collecting. The 1960 D. Jefferson nickel isn't just valuable. It's a fun and historically significant coin to own. So there you have it, the story of the 1960 D. Monticello Jefferson nickel, a coin that began its life as just 5 cents but has transformed into a highly desirable treasure in today's collector market. With its historical background, unique features, rarity, and growing demand, it continues to attract collectors and investors alike. Every coin has a story, and this one tells the tale of mid-century America, artistry and design, and the thrill of collecting something truly valuable. If you've got one of these coins, cherish it, because it's more than just money. It's a piece of history with a big dollar value in today's market. Next up, the Monticello Jefferson nickel 5-cent piece from 1981 with the Philadelphia mint mark. This coin, especially in excellent condition and with its silver-like appearance, has captured the attention of collectors across the globe. If you are passionate about rare coins and their incredible value in today's action-packed market, then this video will keep you glued to the screen. Get ready to explore the history, the unique features, the rarity, the high demand, and of course, the impressive dollar value of this remarkable coin. To start, let's go back in time and understand the history and background of the Jefferson nickel series. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. It was designed by Felix Schlag, whose vision brought to life the profile of America's third president, Thomas Jefferson, on the obverse, and Jefferson's iconic home, Monticello, on the reverse. For decades, this coin has not only been a piece of everyday currency but also a symbol of American heritage and artistry. By 1981, the Jefferson nickel had already established itself as a cornerstone of U.S. coinage, but the Philadelphia minted version of that year became a standout for collectors who now recognize it as one of the shining examples of numismatic interest. Now let's move on to the unique features of the 1981 Jefferson nickel with the P mint mark. One of the defining aspects of this coin is the attention to detail in its design. The obverse proudly displays a bold and striking image of Thomas Jefferson, while the reverse showcases the beautifully detailed Monticello building with the word Monticello engraved in fine artistry. The Philadelphia P mint mark adds another layer of significance. While the Philadelphia Mint had been producing coins for centuries, it was in the early 1980s that the inclusion of the P mint mark on certain denominations gave coins like this a unique identity. Collectors admire this piece for its sharp strike, its silver-toned luster when preserved in excellent condition, and the fact that many examples from this year have survived in high-grade form, making them ideal for investment purposes. When we talk about rarity and condition, this is where the 1981 Jefferson nickel in excellent quality truly shines. Only a fraction have survived in pristine, uncirculated, or near-perfect conditions. Coins that have been well preserved with full steps visible on the Monticello design are particularly coveted because they display the maximum detail that the mint intended. The rarity of finding one in such condition makes it a hot commodity in the coin market today. Collectors are not just looking for any 1981 Jefferson nickel. They want the best of the best, those with shining surfaces, sharp edges, and no visible wear. These factors combine to create immense demand, which naturally pushes the coin's value higher with every passing year. So, what about the current market value in dollars? This is where things get exciting. In the fast-moving world of rare coins, the 1981 Jefferson nickel with the P mint mark, especially in excellent condition, has gained recognition as a true prize. Collectors and investors alike are willing to pay strong premiums for well-preserved examples. Depending on the grade and the silver-like brilliance of the coin, values today can climb significantly above face value, reaching into impressive dollar figures in auctions and private sales. Coins with exceptional eye appeal and nearly flawless surfaces have been recorded selling for $500,000, and in some rare cases, even more, when competition among bidders drives prices sky high. The action market for this coin is alive and well, and it continues to prove that modern Jefferson nickels can indeed hold incredible value. For collectors, the appeal of this coin goes beyond just the dollar value. It represents an opportunity to own a piece of American history that is growing in popularity with each passing year. The 1981 Jefferson nickel with the P mint mark is now widely recognized as a must-have for serious collectors, and its demand only strengthens with time. The best advice for collectors is to always look for coins in excellent condition, preferably those certified by trusted grading companies. Pay attention to the luster, the strike, and the preservation of details, especially the steps on the Monticello design. Building a collection around coins like this is not only a rewarding hobby but also a smart financial move, as the market has consistently shown strong appreciation for such pieces. As we wrap up, the conclusion is clear. The 1981 Jefferson nickel with the P mint mark in excellent condition is not just an ordinary coin. It is a rare and valuable treasure that carries history, artistry, and financial worth all in one. With its unique features, its scarcity in pristine condition, and its high demand among collectors, this coin stands out in the world of numismatics as a symbol of true value. For anyone seeking to invest in coins that have a bright future in the market, the 1981 Jefferson nickel P mint is a fantastic choice. Next up, the 1958 Monticello Jefferson nickel 5-cent piece without a mint mark. Collectors and enthusiasts across the globe continue to show immense interest in this coin, and for very good reason. This coin is not only a representation of American heritage but also a true rarity in the market, commanding strong demand and impressive value today. If you are a collector, investor, or simply someone curious about the hidden treasures of American coinage, then this is the video for you. So let's begin this journey into the rich story of the 1958 Jefferson nickel and explore why it holds such a significant place in the world of rare coins. To understand the importance of the 1958 Jefferson nickel, we must first look back at the history and background of the Jefferson nickel series. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, and it was designed by Felix Schlag. The obverse of the coin features a dignified portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, and the reverse shows the Monticello, Jefferson's historic Virginia home. These coins were minted as part of America's push to modernize its coinage designs and honor its founding fathers. By 1958, the Jefferson nickel had already become an established and respected part of U.S. coinage, but certain dates and issues, like the 1958 Philadelphia issue without a mint mark, have gone on to capture the imagination of collectors everywhere. The Philadelphia Mint at that time did not place mint marks on the coins it struck, so when you see a 1958 nickel without a mint mark, it signals that it was minted in Philadelphia. This detail adds to its historical significance and makes it a key piece of the Jefferson nickel series. What makes the 1958 nickel truly unique are its features and the way it stands apart from other Jefferson nickels. The obverse portrait of Jefferson in sharp, crisp detail captures his leadership and influence, while the Monticello design on the reverse provides a timeless reminder of America's architectural and cultural heritage. Collectors value the sharpness of the strike, the luster of the coin, and in outstanding condition, the beauty of the nickel shines like a piece of art. Although not made of silver in regular circulation, the 1958 nickel in outstanding preservation carries a silver-like brilliance due to its mint luster, making it appear as if it belongs to the silver era of American coinage. It is this visual appeal, along with a limited number of surviving examples in exceptional condition, that sets the 1958 nickel apart and makes it a prize in today's collecting world. Rarity and condition are the ultimate driving forces behind collector demand, and this is where the 1958 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark truly stands out. While millions of nickels were minted during the year 1958, only a very small fraction of them have survived in outstanding condition. Circulated examples are relatively common, but those preserved in mint state condition, with their original shine and sharp details, are incredibly rare. Collectors know that securing a coin from this date in such pristine quality is no easy task, which makes the demand even higher. Every year, more collectors enter the market for Jefferson nickels, creating competition for the finest examples. The rarity in high grades has made this coin a star in auctions, with collectors bidding aggressively for the opportunity to add it to their collections. The law of supply and demand works perfectly here. As demand continues to rise and supply remains tight, the value of the 1958 nickel without mint mark only moves upward. Let's now talk about the current market value of this outstanding coin. In today's numismatic market, the 1958 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark in outstanding condition is commanding impressive figures. A coin in circulated condition may not excite collectors, but in mint state or near-perfect grades, the value skyrockets. Depending on grading levels, examples can sell for $380,000, And in exceptional cases where the coin exhibits flawless surfaces, strong strikes, and remarkable eye appeal, prices can reach into the million. Auction houses report strong bidding activity whenever this coin appears, and private sales often bring in premium prices, reflecting the high demand among collectors. This is not just a coin, it is an investment, a piece of history that holds its value and continues to appreciate over time. The 1958 nickel without mint mark has proven to be a coin of strong financial interest as well as historical fascination. For collectors, there are some important tips to keep in mind when searching for or investing in this coin. Always pay attention to the quality of the strike and the overall condition. Coins with sharp detail in Jefferson's hair and Monticello's steps are considered premium examples. Luster and eye appeal are also critical, as coins with brilliant surfaces attract the strongest buyer interest. Certification by a trusted grading service can provide assurance of authenticity and condition, which adds further value when it comes time to sell or trade. Networking with established dealers and attending coin shows can increase your chances of finding these rare gems. Above all, patience and knowledge are your greatest assets, because finding the right coin at the right price is part of the rewarding journey of coin collecting. As we bring this discussion to a conclusion, it is clear that the 1958 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark in outstanding condition stands as one of the most desirable coins for modern collectors. Its rich history, timeless design, rarity in high grades, and strong presence in today's market all combine to make it a true treasure. Collectors know that opportunities to acquire such coins are limited, and that scarcity drives not just financial value but also the excitement and passion that keeps the hobby of numismatics alive. Whether you are a seasoned collector or just beginning your journey, the 1958 nickel is a coin that inspires admiration and deserves a prominent place in any collection. Next up, the Monticello Jefferson nickel, specifically the 1959 issue with a D mint mark. This coin, struck more than 6 decades ago, continues to capture attention and admiration in today's coin market. Its charm lies not only in its historical background, but also in the way collectors and investors view it as a rare piece with excellent potential. If you have this coin in your collection, especially in excellent condition, you might be holding on to something that has significant value in today's auction market. So stay tuned, because this journey into the story of the 1959 D Jefferson nickel will be informative, exciting, and very rewarding. The Jefferson nickel series was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin was intended to honor Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, and to showcase Monticello, his Virginia home, on the reverse. The Jefferson nickel became a cornerstone of American coinage because it combined symbolism, patriotism, and elegant simplicity in its design. By the year 1959, the Jefferson nickel had already been in circulation for 2 decades, but the Denver Mint added its own distinct mark to the series by producing the 1959 D issue. The D mint mark, placed to the right of Monticello, identifies the Denver Mint as the place of origin. This year is also significant because it was a period when American coinage was booming with demand, as the economy was strong, and coins were produced in large numbers. Yet, despite the large mintage, finding these coins today in excellent preserved condition is becoming increasingly rare, which adds to their desirability in the collecting world. When we talk about unique features of the coin, the 1959 D Jefferson nickel stands out for a number of reasons. Its obverse presents the classic left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson with the motto, "In God We Trust," and the word "Liberty," along with the date of mintage. The reverse showcases Monticello, Jefferson's famous home, along with the inscriptions E Pluribus Unum, United States of America, and 5 cents. What makes the 1959 D especially intriguing for collectors is the sharpness and detail of the strike, particularly in higher-grade examples. In excellent condition, the steps on Monticello can be seen with remarkable clarity, and collectors often look for what is known as the full steps designation, which dramatically increases the coin's appeal and value. Coins with strong luster, clean fields, and minimal contact marks are especially prized. Even though this nickel is composed primarily of copper and nickel rather than silver, collectors often refer to it as a rare and silver shade beauty because of its stunning metallic brilliance when preserved carefully. Rarity and condition play a central role in the collector demand for the 1959 D Jefferson nickel. While millions of these coins were struck, the vast majority entered circulation and experienced heavy use, leading to worn surfaces and loss of fine detail. Today, finding an example in truly excellent condition, with sharp details and original mint luster, is a challenge. That challenge is what creates rarity, and rarity is what drives demand. The 1959 D. Jefferson nickel in excellent condition is seen as a coin that bridges accessibility and exclusivity. It is not impossible to find, but finding one in top-notch state is a prize for any serious numismatist. In the current market, collectors compete for high-grade examples, and auction houses often highlight these coins as notable lots. This demand ensures that the 1959 D remains highly respected and in continuous demand, a positive sign for anyone who owns one today. Now let us focus on the current market value in dollars. The action market for rare Jefferson nickels is alive and thriving, with collectors, investors, and even newcomers to the hobby seeking out these classic coins. The 1959 D in circulated condition may only carry modest value, but in excellent condition, especially with a sharp strike and attractive eye appeal, it can command impressive prices. Coins with a full steps designation can bring in $600,000, and in some cases, auction prices have soared far beyond initial estimates, proving just how much collectors value this issue. The beauty of this coin is that its market value has been steadily increasing, and experts believe the demand will continue to rise. This is particularly true in today's numismatic market where rare, high-quality Jefferson nickels are being recognized as undervalued treasures with big potential for growth. Holding a 1959 D. Jefferson nickel in excellent condition today is like holding a piece of history that not only tells a story but also represents tangible value in dollars. For collectors who are looking to get into Jefferson nickels or who may already have one of these coins, here are some important tips. Always handle your coins with care, using gloves if possible, to prevent oils and dirt from damaging the surfaces. Storing coins in protective holders or slabs from professional grading companies is one of the best ways to preserve condition and add credibility to your collection. When buying, look for coins that have strong luster, clean surfaces, and clear details, especially on Monticello. Pay close attention to the steps on Monticello because a full steps example will bring significantly higher value. Another tip is to keep an eye on coin auctions and reputable dealers because the Jefferson nickel series has been gaining momentum in collector circles, and you don't want to miss out on acquiring a gem at the right time. As we come to the conclusion of this video, it is clear that the 1959 D. Monticello Jefferson nickel is much more than just a 5-cent piece. It is a coin that embodies history, design, rarity, and investment potential. Collectors all around the world are realizing the importance of this nickel, and demand is showing no signs of slowing down. In excellent condition, the 1959 D stands as a true treasure of American coinage, a coin that shines with history and value. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or a newcomer to the hobby, adding a Jefferson nickel of this caliber to your collection is a smart and rewarding choice. Next up, the Monticello Jefferson nickel, specifically the 1962 edition with the Denver D mint mark. This coin, even in dirty or circulated condition, has sparked huge interest in the collector's market today. And in this video, we are going to explore everything about this rare 5-cent coin, from its history and background, to the unique features that make it stand out, to its rarity, demand, and most importantly its current market value in dollars. If you are someone who loves the thrill of coin collecting, or simply want to know what hidden treasure might be sitting in your old change jar, then you're in the right place. So let's begin this exciting journey into the world of the Jefferson nickel. The Jefferson nickel first made its appearance in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, and it was designed by Felix Schlag, who was selected in a public competition. The coin was created to honor the third President of the United States, Thomas Jefferson, one of the most influential figures in American history. The obverse, or the front of the coin, proudly displays Jefferson's profile, while the reverse showcases his iconic home, Monticello, in Charlottesville, Virginia. This design stood strong for decades, becoming one of the most recognized coins in circulation. By 1962, America was in a period of rapid change, culturally, economically, and politically, and coins like the Jefferson nickel were at the heart of everyday commerce. The Denver Mint, identified with its D mint mark placed on the reverse of the coin to the right of Monticello, struck millions of these coins, but not all of them survived the decades in collectible condition. This is where today's market excitement begins, because those that have endured, especially with unique toning, silver-like luster, or even dirty and naturally aged conditions, are now being seen as highly desirable among collectors. What sets the 1962 D. Jefferson nickel apart are its distinct features. First, the coin itself carries the classic Felix Schlag design, with Jefferson's detailed portrait on the front. Even in dirty or worn conditions, The bold outline of Jefferson's face and the lettering remain powerful symbols of mid-20th century American coinage. On the reverse side, Monticello's architecture is beautifully captured, with its strong lines and recognizable dome. Collectors are drawn to these coins not just for the artistry, but also for the story they tell. Over the decades, these nickels have picked up natural toning, shades of gray, black, or even rainbow colors in certain cases, depending on how they were stored. This aging process gives each coin a unique fingerprint, making no two exactly alike. The D mint mark adds another layer of distinction, as coins minted in Denver during this period often had slight striking variations, making them even more collectible in today's market. Some collectors even prize nickels that show wear and dirt, because it proves their authenticity and journey through time. Now let's talk about rarity. While millions of 1962 D Jefferson nickels were produced, the number of coins that have survived in collectible form is significantly smaller. The beauty of the Jefferson nickel series is that even coins that look ordinary, perhaps dirty or well-circulated, can suddenly surprise collectors with their rarity when properly examined. Dirty condition is no weakness. Rather, it's a sign of originality, showing that the coin has traveled through the hands of history. Collectors are increasingly seeking out these authentic, naturally aged coins because they represent true, untouched history. In today's action-packed coin market, demand for the 1962 D Jefferson nickel is rising. Even casual collectors who once overlooked the series are now realizing that certain dates and mint marks, like the 1962 D, hold untapped value. When you combine age, unique condition, and historical importance, you get a coin that is always in high demand. The question everyone wants answered: what is the current market value of the 1962 D Jefferson nickel in dirty, circulated condition? Today, this coin has become a hot topic in the collector's world. While common circulation value may be just a few cents, collectors and dealers know that a properly identified 1962 D nickel, especially one with appealing natural wear or silver-like shine beneath the dirt, can fetch much more. In today's action market, these coins are trading at strong prices, with values reaching into the $50,000 range for circulated coins and going even higher for examples with eye-catching toning, unique condition, or strong strikes. High-grade versions certified by grading companies can reach into the $280,000, but even in the so-called dirty condition, the demand makes these coins stand out. Remember, value is not only about shiny perfection. It is about demand, history, rarity, and the passion of collectors driving the market forward. For collectors watching this video, here are some important tips. Always examine your 1962 D Jefferson nickels carefully. Look for the D mint mark to confirm it was struck in Denver. Don't dismiss coins that look dirty, dark, or aged. These may carry strong collector appeal and even reveal hidden beauty when studied closely under good light. Consider storing these coins properly in protective holders to preserve their current state, because natural toning and dirt can actually add to their uniqueness. And of course, if you ever come across uncirculated or high-grade examples, those are treasures worth grading and holding onto for the long term. The Jefferson nickel series is gaining more respect in the numismatic world, and demand is only growing. By securing your coins now, you're not only preserving history, but also investing in a collectible that has proven value. The 1962 D Monticello Jefferson nickel is far more than just a 5-cent piece. It is a coin filled with history, artistry, and value that collectors are recognizing more and more each day. Whether in shiny condition or in dirty, naturally aged form, this coin tells a story that spans over 6 decades. It connects us to the past while holding strong value in today's collector's market. If you have one of these coins, consider yourself lucky, because you hold a piece of American history that continues to rise in demand. And if you don't yet have one in your collection, now is the perfect time to seek one out before prices climb even higher. Next up, the 1946 5-cent coin with the S mint mark. This coin holds a special place in U.S. numismatic history, and if you're a collector or even just curious about valuable coins that could be hiding in pocket change or old collections, then you're in the right place. Make sure to stick around until the end of this video, because we're going to cover everything from the history and background of this coin to its unique features, its rarity, the collector demand, and of course its current market value in today's coin action market. And as always, if you love discovering rare treasures, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video, because the world of coin collecting is full of hidden gems waiting to be uncovered. The Jefferson nickel series began in 1938, replacing the long-running Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, The Jefferson nickel honored the third president of the United States, Thomas Jefferson, on the obverse, while the reverse displayed his famous Monticello home. This series quickly became a staple of American coinage and has remained in continuous production to this very day, making it one of the longest-running designs in U.S. history. But what makes the 1946 Jefferson nickel so significant is the fact that it marked a turning point in the composition of the series. From 1942 through 1945, during World War II, Jefferson nickels contained 35% silver due to a wartime metal shortage. By 1946, the mint returned to its pre-war composition of copper and nickel. However, the 1946 issues, especially those with the S mint mark from the San Francisco Mint, remain a standout coin because they come right at the end of this historic wartime transition. This makes them highly desirable to collectors who treasure the story behind each coin. The 1946 Jefferson nickel features Jefferson's left-facing portrait on the obverse, with his profile deeply struck in most examples. The inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 1946 encircle the portrait. On the reverse, the Monticello building is beautifully depicted, with the word Monticello inscribed directly beneath it. Surrounding the image are the words E pluribus unum, United States of America, and 5 cents. What makes the 1946 stand out is, of course, the mint mark S, placed to the right of Monticello on the reverse. This small detail is what identifies the coin as being struck at the San Francisco Mint, and for collectors, this makes all the difference. While at first glance the coin may look like any other nickel, the presence of that mint mark transforms it into a valuable treasure. The strike quality from the San Francisco Mint in the mid-1940s is also noteworthy, with many coins showing sharper details than their counterparts from other mints. In very good condition, the coin still retains a strong portrait of Jefferson and a visible Monticello design, which is crucial for collectors seeking well-preserved examples. The rarity of the 1946 Jefferson nickel lies not only in its age but also in the historical context. After World War II, coinage demand was very high, and millions of coins were struck, but over time, many were lost to circulation, damaged, or simply worn down beyond collectability. Today, finding a 1946 Jefferson nickel in very good condition is no easy task. Collectors place a high demand on these coins because they represent a post-war transitional piece. The fact that it comes from the San Francisco Mint, which produced lower mintages compared to Philadelphia, adds to its desirability. Jefferson nickels in the 1940s are already sought after, but when you combine history, rarity, and the appeal of an S mint mark, you have a recipe for strong collector demand. Every serious Jefferson nickel set collector needs this coin, and as more people discover the hidden value of these nickels, the demand continues to climb. Now let's talk about what everyone wants to know: the value of the 1946 Jefferson nickel in today's coin action market. In very good condition, this coin can fetch $500,000 above its face value, making it a valuable find for collectors and investors alike. But here's where it gets even more exciting. In higher grades, such as extremely fine, uncirculated, or even mint state with full steps on the Monticello design, the value can skyrocket into the $800,000. Auction records have shown that collectors are willing to pay big money for pristine examples of this coin, and even coins in circulated but well-preserved condition are in strong demand. The action market for rare coins is hotter than ever, and the 1946 Jefferson nickel is riding that wave. For a 5-cent piece that could easily slip by unnoticed in circulation, its dollar value today represents a huge return on such a small coin. If you're a collector or someone looking to get into coin collecting, there are a few tips to keep in mind when it comes to the 1946 Jefferson nickel. First, always check the condition carefully. Coins in very good condition should still show clear details of Jefferson's profile and Monticello. If you're lucky enough to come across one with minimal wear, consider having it graded by a professional service, as this can significantly increase its marketability and value. Second, pay attention to the mint mark. The S is what makes this coin special, so always double-check before adding it to your collection. Finally, remember that demand for this coin continues to rise. Holding onto a 1946 Jefferson nickel could be a smart investment for the future, as prices often appreciate over time, especially as more collectors recognize its importance in U.S. history. The 1946 Monticello Jefferson nickel is more than just a 5-cent piece. It is a piece of American history, a collectible treasure, and a valuable asset in today's rare coin market. With its rich background, unique features, rarity, and strong collector demand, it stands as one of the most desirable coins from the mid-20th century. In very good condition, it already carries significant value, and in higher grades, its worth can be absolutely astonishing. If you happen to have one of these coins, you're holding a small piece of history that continues to grow in demand and in value. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the 1946 Jefferson nickel. I hope this video has opened your eyes to the incredible history and value behind this small but mighty coin. If you enjoyed this journey, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on future videos about rare and valuable coins. Share this video with other collectors, and together we'll continue uncovering the treasures hidden in America's coinage. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.